What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Ooh, yeah. All right, man. That was another crazy, crazy week and crazy weekend. So I am doing two podcasts right now, one for the site and, of course, one for just regular, because I got to talk about the karate tournament I had this weekend. So that'll be a whole different podcast. So check that one out. If you want to head over, bring the pain. Ooh, yeah. But let's get to the Heat-tastic review week 19. Ooh, yeah. Man, so we had Adam Frazier come through for us. He got his hit, right? And then Thario, mind you, I'm getting ready. I'm training at, and Thario decides to end up on the IL. Well, that became a void. Well, normally I thought that they would just refund your money, but actually what happened was is they voided it in the parlay that I had off of these. And because I did, of course, Rye Hoskins, I did his RBI. So he ended up hitting a home run, which was stupid of me because I picked Justin Turner and I liked Devers and everybody, but the main guy was Rye Hoskins. I looked at him, but his number was like a 345, a 365. I wanted to try to give you guys something above 500 when I saw that, Turner was there at 600. I thought it was worth a shot. He had two RBIs and a double. If I'd have played the two RBIs, that was probably a plus 580 or something like that, man. You need to get up on the plus RBIs right now, man. It's cashing. I'm just doing like one RBI here, one RBI here, and it'll be like a plus 500 odds. That's getting really good. So maybe I'm gonna start playing with that a little bit, doing some RBI parlays, keep it real simple and things like that. But anyway, Turner, of course, missed. But so that means I was 2-1 for the week, and which isn't bad, of course. Hey, it's above 500. We did 500 last week, so it's 2-1. It makes it 41 and 26 for the year on the article. So now we're up 15 units, and we have been hitting most of all the RBIs every single week, along with those couple home runs and the parlays that I've been hitting as well too. So that's again when I tell you and I give you guys these batters, and I say Fraser, Thario, and Rise, and they still paid out for Fraser's and Rise Hoskins hitting, doing their parts of it. So what? It makes it a little less. I got a little less because it's not going to pay out the full parlay because of Thario not being there, but that's okay. It's still a win. And it's just the things that we teach at drroto.com. And other things we teach at drroto.com.
Yeah, fantasy football, ride. Next week is the Hall of Fame. Yeah, yeah.
It is. And the week after that is the Fantasy Football Expo. And man, there's so much fun stuff going on. You got all the great times at the Football Hall of Fame on Saturday when all the roto experts are doing their thing, right? And then they always go out to eat somewhere all together. Kind of, I don't know, in the past, it hasn't really been set up. So people kind of just show up. So it's kind of really crazy. And then after that, they go down and meet in the middle of Canton. It's kind of really fun, crazy times. Man, I can't wait to get back this year. And then, of course, the expo is all day Sunday, but all the partying and fun times, of course, for the experts like me that are just going to attend that part of it, as opposed to the other part of it, which is doing the expo. Because guess what? I already know I'm already speaking on a platform to all of you that you should be part of drroto.com. And the people that we produce and the champions we produce and the numbers that we produce and the things that Lou and Trevor have been doing all year long for baseball, not to mention what the guys have been doing over at the PGA side of things, right? And then, of course, we got college coming back. And that means, Mike and the crew, the one and done show is going to be hitting it full stride. They're already doing shows. They didn't really take much time off. They were still throwing their opinions and everything in there. So you want to definitely get over there with Jay and Eric and things like that. And of course, Dr. Roto getting the football schedule right now on Sirius XM. He's getting it, man. And he's doing a lot of his talking. There's a lot of articles hitting at drroto.com, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fantasy football outlook by Derek. Derek just hit this one off. So yes, that's going to be the article I'm going to review this week. So again, get to Dr. Roto and read this article because this article has many more players than the two I'm going to mention. But as a preview, you get that little bit right there. So he brought up about he brought up Baker Mayfield is one of the two players I'm going to highlight. Talked about how Baker only really went over 20 fantasy points in 4 weeks last week, and that didn't really impress him. So he doesn't suggest that, if you're going to draft Baker Mayfield and that is your, I'm going to wait till the end and I'm going to get as many backups, I'm going to get my handcuffs, then that's fine. Then that's good. And remember, we're always in the subs only Discord for you too at Dr. Roto live during your drafts. If you can get a hold of us immediately and one of us happens to be around at that time, we can help you during your draft. Outside of that, you can always read our articles, check our rankings. We had a lot of new people have been joining up and kind of having, I think they just go right to the Discord. But you got to go to the site and get them rankings because they're all there. My defensive rankings were in an article. So a couple of the guys were like, hey, where are the defensive rankings? Well, they're in an article. So you have to actually go to my page and go back because I've done buried him with how many podcasts I do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And articles. Believe that. Your boy Heat Over be writing.
That's because his pen is like the cream of the crop. Yeah, it keeps on going.
Except I use a computer, macho. Yeah. Woo! All right, let's move along. Rashad White. He thinks Rashad White is the safe pick, but he does like Bucky Irving late because of Bucky Irving's reception abilities and being able to come out the backfield. I think he said he had 85 receptions last year. So that really is going to pry into what Rashad White was able to do, which was really just be boring. And that's what he talked about. I mean, he hated him. Derek hated him. I mean, he doesn't hate him like as a person, but he hates watching him. It was practically what he was explaining to me was Leonard Fournette. That's exactly what it felt like I was reading. And, there was the same role, catching out of the backfield and does nothing, falls forward, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I agree with him. I agree with him on that and Baker Mayfield, but I would not suggest waiting on the quarterback to take Baker Mayfield. Mayfield should be your backup quarterback. If you're in a 14-team league, that's 28 quarterbacks that should be selected in your league draft because you need a viable backup. Do not have a crappy backup. But if Baker Mayfield is your backup, you might want to go look at your playoff weeks and see and make sure that if an injury happens to your main starter, that you can count on him if you're going to count on him. And as far as Rashad White, I haven't really got a lot of exposure to him, and I've really stayed away myself. So I'm going to agree with him that I'm not going to really, I don't like this backfield. I think it's more of a passing game. I know that Derek did not like a certain position. It can't be the receivers. So you'll have to really get to that drroto.com and check out the rest of his article. So have a great day, everybody. And always remember to bring the pain. Oh, yeah.